On May 20th, 2026, a man named Raymond was watching over his sick mother through a baby monitor when he noticed something that made his skin crawl. She was lying flat in bed, eyes locked on the ceiling above her, staring at absolutely nothing. It doesn't sound like much at first, but the way she kept gazing upward like something invisible was hovering right over her told Raymond that something in that room was very, very wrong. Watch closely.
What the fuck is that noise? You hear that, right? I don't know if you can hear it, but it sounds like crackling or something.
Listen carefully. Raymond picks up a faint sound in the room, a dry, crackling noise with no clear source. There's nothing on the ceiling, no shadow, no insect, no movement of any kind, and yet his mother keeps staring up, as if she can see something the camera simply can't. And this wasn't a one-time thing. For weeks, Raymond had watched her reach up towards something above the bed, over and over again. Every single time he checked the ceiling, the walls, the whole room, and found nothing. But this isn't the only unsettling thing about this footage. Pay close attention to what happens to the nurse.
She does this all the time. I don't understand.
Oh!
You okay?
Right there. As Raymond films his mother reaching upward again, Nurse Judy's hair suddenly whips straight up into the air. Watch it back. She doesn't turn her head. She doesn't jerk her body. She doesn't move at all. Her hair simply lifts on its own before she even reacts. According to Judy, it felt like something unseen had grabbed her hair and pulled it upward. And that detail matters, because if something pulled her hair up, then whatever touched her was above her, which means Raymond's mother may not have been imagining a thing. Then it moved somewhere new. One night, Raymond grabs his phone to record the ceiling himself, hoping to finally catch whatever his mother keeps reacting to. But the camera catches something elsewhere. A strange lump slowly forms under her blanket, something that wasn't there before. The earlier footage shows the bed completely flat. And then, just as quietly, the lump vanishes. Gone. No source. No explanation. Just like the sounds in that room. At this point, Raymond stops believing it's only the ceiling. It feels like the entire room is active, like something is moving around his mother while nobody can see it. He checks under the bed. Nothing but supplies. After he posted the footage, viewers begged him to cut open the mattress and look inside. He didn't want to. He didn't want to destroy her bed just to find nothing. But once he bought her a new one and noticed the old mattress was already falling apart underneath, he finally cut it open.
What? That's just gross. Cut the whole thing. Can you see this? I'm so glad you guys told me to do this, man. Look at this. Thank you. To the person who suggested this, thank you. Jesus Christ, man. That's the...
Inside, he found no hidden object and no obvious source for that lump. But he did find something disturbing. What he thought was a brand new bed was actually a used mattress, hidden inside a cover and disguised to look new. Raymond says there were no labels, no zippers, no signs at all when he bought it a year earlier. Rare, but real cases of secondhand mattresses hidden inside covers do exist. So he threw the whole thing out. And for a little while, the activity in his mother's room seemed to go quiet. But 2 nights later, it came back. Which brings us to the creepiest moment of all.
What's gonna happen? Oh my god, I see it. Oh shit! Go, 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 go. There's nothing under here. Yeah.
Both Raymond and the nurse see it at the same time. They rush into the room to check, and they find nothing. No person, no movement, no explanation. So here's where it leaves us. The mattress is gone. The activity is not. So what is really happening inside that room? What is making his mother stare upward, reach into empty air, and react to things that nobody else can see? There haven't been many updates from Raymond since. So for now, drop your theories in the comments and tell me what you think is really in that room, because this one refuses to let go. A TikTok user named Kahaya Kararisa shared a short story clip after realizing something wasn't right in the background of her own recording. She says she had just stepped out of the women's restroom, and as far as she could remember, there was absolutely no one behind her at the time. At a glance, it just looks like an ordinary moment in a movie theater hallway. But when she watched it back, she spotted something at the far end of that corridor that left her confused and deeply unsettled. Right there, at the very end of the corridor, a figure appears in the distance, and it's moving strangely. It's only visible for a few seconds, but it looks like it's walking directly toward Kahaya. Now, sure, it could easily be just another person passing through the building, but here's what makes it feel so wrong. Kahaya insists she doesn't remember anyone being behind her after she left the restroom. And the way this figure moves, it doesn't walk like a person should. So, what are we really looking at? Maybe it was just someone wandering through the building and Kahaya simply didn't notice them in the moment. But if she truly was alone after stepping out of that restroom, then who or what was standing at the end of that hallway? A home or an apartment is supposed to be the safest place any of us has. The one spot where we know we can feel comfortable and protected. But for a woman named Jeanette, her apartment became something very far from safe. The TikTok video she posted back in March of this year opens with her looking absolutely terrified as she slowly creeps toward the camera. And within seconds, you can feel it. Something here is deeply, deeply wrong.
I don't remember. Please get out. Please get out of my apartment. Please go of my apartment.
As it turns out, an intruder had broken into her apartment, tucked away in a remote, isolated area. Throughout the recording, Jeanette can be heard begging in pure panic, pleading with the intruder to get out. But watch this part very closely. This isn't the only unsettling thing in this clip. Pay close attention to what happens right before she runs. Right there. Just as Jeanette bolts for the exit, her apartment door swings open completely on its own. Some people in the comments are convinced there was a ghost inside that apartment, right alongside the intruder. Others believe someone outside understood the situation and quietly opened the door, giving Jeanette an easier path to escape. But the horror in this story doesn't stop there. In a second video Jeanette posted, everything looks so much calmer. She's relaxing, cuddling her beloved cat, finally seeming to enjoy a moment of peace in her own home. Unfortunately, that peace didn't last. Out of nowhere, she hears a strange sound and goes to check it out. At first, nothing seems off, but then she finds something that stops her cold. Keep your eyes on the mattress, right there on her bed. Several strange indentations, pressed deep into the surface, like something had been resting there. And that leaves us with one chilling question. Is this paranormal activity? Or was there another intruder hiding underneath her bed this entire time? On September 10th, 2025, surveillance cameras at a highway intersection in Mexico City recorded an event that shook not only the witnesses standing there, but the thousands of people who watched the footage afterward. It was around 2:30 in the afternoon when pedestrians and drivers on the Concordia Bridge were suddenly swallowed by an enormous cloud that engulfed part of the road in a matter of seconds. With visibility dropping to almost nothing, people scattered in every direction, running for their lives without the slightest idea what was happening. Authorities later confirmed that a gas tanker truck had overturned on one of the highway lanes. The crash triggered a massive gas leak, and that leak created the giant cloud you just saw. Moments later, the gas ignited, damaging a section of the bridge. But the horror at this location doesn't end there. Almost a full year later, on May 25th, 2026, a new video pulled attention right back to that same bridge. A motorcyclist crossing the overpass uploaded his dashcam recording after hearing what sounded like a loud scream somewhere nearby. In the moment, he didn't think much of it. But later, he decided to go back and review the footage. Pay close attention to what happens next. The sound is unmistakably there, something that resembles a human scream, though there's no way to confirm where it came from. Once the clip was posted, viewers started breaking it down frame by frame, and that's when they found something strange. For just an instant, a pale, bright figure appears behind the concrete barrier. But between the distance, the camera motion, and the image quality, it's impossible to say what was actually captured. It could be a person. It could be lighting. It could be lingering smoke, or simply a shadow that happened to fall at the wrong moment. To this day, nobody knows for certain what those people saw in that footage, which leaves this one wide open to interpretation. So, what do you think was really caught on camera that day? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. This video was reportedly recorded in Colombia back in 2008, and it's been fueling debate across the internet ever since. The footage shows a group of men driving down a deserted road late at night. But that ordinary drive turns terrifying the moment their headlights land on something standing in the middle of the road. Right there in the darkness, alone on an empty road, stands a pale-skinned woman in a long white dress. And it gets worse. In one of her hands, she appears to be gripping something that looks like a knife. The driver slows down and creeps forward, approaching with extreme caution. And as the car rolls past her, she never once takes her eyes off the vehicle. Her gaze follows it, tracking every inch of its movement. And at that exact same moment, she slowly lowers the blade-like object in her hand. Some people are convinced this is nothing more than a prank, or a staged video created purely for content. Others believe there's a perfectly rational explanation behind the whole thing. But to this day, no verified information has ever surfaced about who that woman was, or what actually happened on that road that night. So what do you think? Who was standing in the middle of that road? Drop your theories in the comments below